after we've suffered a while, make us perfect. That no matter what I'm going through with, he's already put a limit on this thing. God says, I'm going to renew you, but you got to trust me. I said, the way you wanted to do it, I'm not going to do it that way. I got another direction I want you to take. God will never leave you nor forsake you. If God pleases, he could have sustained you. But God let things went down. If God pleases, that you will be able to make the shift. There are some things that was in our way that had not counseled them, you wouldn't be able to make that shift. Hello, somebody. Look at somebody and say, I'm going to make a shift. All because of what God has counseled in my life. Hello, somebody. God is doing a new thing for somebody. Hello, somebody. And so now as we move forward now, hear me, there are some things that are being said from this pulpit that really you're going to have to trust God if you're not a student of the Word of God. I'm going to say it again. There are some things that are said from this pulpit that if you're not a student of the Word, you're going to have to just trust God because you don't know it, so you're going to have to just trust God. Hello, somebody? And so what I got to do now, because I know everybody is not students like that, I got to give you a little bit more word so that you will have something to stand on and something that you can refer back to when the devil start coming after your mind. Because the devil, hear me good, he is scheming on all of us. He's scheming on all of us. He don't want you to make the shift. He don't want you to believe that it's going to be all right. You hear me? He don't want you to believe that God's got a plan for you and it's coming forth. I don't care who it is this morning, whatever you're going through, God's going to bring you out of it. But the only way he can bring you out of it, write this down, he's going to need your faith and he's going to need you to believe. He's going to need your faith. That woman that had issue of blood, he told her, your faith made you whole. He's going to need your faith and he's going to need you believing. Going to need your faith and he's going to need you believing. So when I show you, I want to show you scriptures so that we have something to stand on. Something that you can go and just tell God, now this is what your word says. Hello, somebody? Also write this down. You would not be in the same spot this time next month. You would not be in the same spot this time next month. God's getting ready to do something. Yeah, hello? Huh? God's getting ready to, you will not be in the same spot this time next month. Y'all help me now because I want to teach. I really don't want to preach. But you will not be in this same spot this time next month. Hello, somebody? Number two, Junior Mama, number two, just keep coming. God told me to tell you, if you keep coming and in that secret time, studying the Word of God, you will not be in the spot you're in now this time next month. Hello, somebody? God's finished change some things inside of 30 days for some peoples. But for God to change some things, you're going to have to trust him. You're going to have to really trust God. Hello, somebody? You're going to have to really, really get in the mindset that I got to trust God. There are some things that I want to share with you on today. Write this down too as well. It's going to take bold obedience. Those that were with me the other night, you know, I gave them that. It's going to take some bold obedience. In other words, what I mean by bold obedience, you might have to tell yourself, shut up. I'm gonna do this. Because the enemy is scheming on you. He'll show you all kinds of things, and so your head will start talking. And your head will start telling you, don't do that. This don't make sense. So because of what I need y'all to grab hold to, I had to go and find a lot of scriptures so I could get you to see this. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 13. Because I know everybody ain't on the same wave yet. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 13 said this, if we believe not, yet abideth faithfully. He can't deny himself. God gonna be faithful whether you believe not. Hello, somebody? Because he can't deny himself. God's faithful. Even if you don't believe, God still won't deny himself. He'll wait on you. He'll sit there. There are certain things, even if you don't believe, God's going to do. But there are some things you will never shift into. I need you to hear me good as we teach this. There are certain things God will do, even if you don't have the faith for it. But there are some things you can't shift into until you get faith. Hello, somebody? To shift into it, you're going to have faith. I'm not going to stand by and allow your miracles to stay in the invisible. I'm going to provoke you to learn this word. I'm going to provoke you to trust God so that your miracles will manifest in the physical. You got to understand me. Most of us that work jobs, when you sign up for the job, there are benefits that comes with that job that most people never tap into until they are retired or until they get sick. You got me? But the kingdom of heaven is different. You don't have to wait until you get old to get what God got for you. You don't have to go through all this stuff to get what God got for you. All you have to do is just believe. Hello? That what he's done for somebody else, he'll do for me. If I believe God for it, it's mine. You got me? Now, I don't know if they still do it, for you to get a gold watch, you had to work so many years and stay on the job so many years. Huh? But when it comes down to the kingdom of God, you are moved in different positions by revelational knowledge. When you get the revelation of a thing, it's yours. If you can get the revelation inside of the next 24 hours, there are some things that God will give you, and other people wonder how you got it. That's what I need you to understand. And so God is faithful. He ain't going to change who he is. But our job now is that there are some things we can shift into if we start walking by faith and if we get faith. Do you hear me? Okay. Matthew 19. Let me try to break it down. Look at somebody and say, he's going to teach me how to trust God. He's going to teach me how to, just tell him again, everything going to be all right. Everything going to be all right. I just ain't there yet. I'm not there yet. But when I get there, everything going to be all right. Bishop is teaching me how to trust God. And the one thing I don't want you to do, I don't want you to come in the house of God and do what so many Christians have felt like they had to do. Because they're in church, there's a lot of people felt like they had to pretend like they knew what they didn't know. No. Hello, somebody? That they felt like they had to pretend that they was okay and I understand when you really didn't understand. So I was sharing this with God. I was saying, Lord, you telling me that you're going to destroy yokes. You're telling me that don't allow them to pass by these miracles that you have for us this season, that you're building us so that you can bless us. Now show me something that I can really tap into somebody's understanding. And this is what God showed me. Matthew, Pastor, if you would, Matthew 19 and verse 20.
The young man said unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth up. What lacketh I yet?
See, what God said, that you got to realize that you still like something. Because what you like is keeping out of your life what you desire. Hello, somebody? You have got to realize, and I know it don't go down good with a lot of folks who've been in church a long time, but you got to realize that you like something. Hello, somebody? As wonderful as you are, as nice as you can be, you still like something. Because if you didn't like it, then you'll already have it. So it's something that we all like. So it behooves us to learn all we can learn. So whatever we like, we'll be able to what? Learn it so that what we need can manifest in our life. I beg God to give me something, and this is what God gave me. He said they're still lacking something. Hello, somebody? He said they're still lacking something. He said, when you're lacking it, I can't not give you what you desire or what you need until you get what you're lacking. No, somebody and say, what you liking? I know you know the word. I know what you say you know. I know how you perform when you get in front of people. But there are some things that you need in your life. There are some things that you desire in your life that you don't have because yet you're lacking something. That young man said, otherwise, I've been in church all my life, understand? I did everything that I thought I needed to do. He said, what I like? And then when Jesus started dealing with it, see, God wants to show us what we're liking. Hello, somebody? Job 13, he wants to show us what we like. And this is what God told me. He said, now, you know me, but he said, you really don't trust me. He said, that's what you're liking. That's what he told me. He said, you really don't trust me. Huh? He said, because if you trust me, that's the instruction that I've been giving you that you won't do. Who I'm talking to today. Hello? There are some things that God's been saying. There are some instructions that you have not yet followed through with. And God's been talking now. And God says, you like that because you don't really believe that I'm faithful. You really don't believe that I'm really that faithful. That I won't allow you to lose everything. That I won't allow you to go down to nothing. He said, so you like really trusting me. Hello, somebody? So God gives us instructions to do certain things, but yet and still we got our own instructions that we want God to follow. Hello, somebody? No, somebody, he's coming. Job 13 and verse 15. Come on, baby. I got to get him now. Hello, somebody.
Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. But I will maintain my own way before him.
Job said, though I'm going through, but yet I trust God. Hello, somebody. He said, the one thing I don't like trust. Hello, somebody. And I wonder how many are y'all going through and when you get so far through that you start throwing the blame. Hello, somebody, rather than just trusting God. Oh, God. And see, when you still got a certain mindset, Joy, they can't shift. Hello, somebody, because God said you can only shift when you really trust me. When you really believe me, then you can shift. Joe's wife didn't make the shift because she didn't trust God like that. I got to teach this. She didn't trust God like that. Hello, somebody. She told Job, she said, why are you holding on to your integrity? Why are you trusting God like this? I done lost all my children. We done lost our job. We done lost business. We done lost bank account. He said, why don't you go and curse God and die? And Job hauled off and said, though he slay me. Though he slay me. Yet I trust him. Somebody said, why do I trust him? Because Job said, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Notice somebody and say, whose report? Do you believe? Because see, if you trust God, then you believe that God is able to deliver you no matter what you're going through with. Hello, somebody? See, when you trust God, you maintain, Pastor said, you're going to maintain your way before God. Everything won't come out your mouth because you trust God. Hello, somebody, you don't want to mess up with anything. Why? Because you trust God. Can I show y'all something? Job, I think it's Job 1, Pastor. Let me see. Can I show them since we're teaching today? I think it's Job 1 and 22 while we're there. Look at somebody. I'm going to find out what you like. Because you ain't going to get what God got for you until you fix some things. Hello, somebody?
And all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly.
What with all that he's going through. Hello, somebody? He didn't charge God. He didn't show out on his wife. He didn't act the fool. Hello, somebody? Because he trusted God. I just want to talk. We just gonna lay this out. What instructions are you not following? Hello, somebody? Because the Bible says that the steps of a good man. Somebody I don't understand. God will give you some steps. Hello, somebody? And when God first started giving you steps, it ain't convenient. It ain't comfortable. It take faith to obey God. Hello, somebody? It really takes faith to serve God. God started instructing you more. It ain't comfortable. God will say do some things that really don't make sense to you because God, why would you allow me to look this bad? Hello, somebody? And then God says, it's gonna be all right. Just trust me. Just trust me. Look at somebody and say, when God starts dealing with you like this, he move you over into a transformation. He's trying to, Joyce says, shift. Shift is nothing but a transformation. He's trying to transform you into really what he need you to be, but he got to take you what he got to take it through, trees, so that you'll learn now not to trust in what you used to trust in. You'll learn now not to trust in the paycheck. You'll learn not to trust in friends. You'll learn not to trust in anything but God. Hello, somebody? And see, that's some of us, God trying to get us to a place because he's about to destroy a yoke off our life. Hello, somebody? Oh, I got to hurry up. He's about to destroy a yoke off our life. So what he's saying now, he's saying, I need you to understand that what you're going through with, it will not destroy what I said about you. I'm going to be faithful. I know you done got weary and well done, but he said, don't be weary and well done. I'm still faithful. Still do what I told you to do. Still obey me. Still do it like I said do it. Follow my instructions because when it's all said and done, I'm going to bring you out of this. Know somebody and say, still be good to him. Oh, Lord. It's tough now. Tell him again. Say, I got to tell you what Bishop told me. Still be good to him. Trust God. Still be good to her. Trust God. God is faithful. I know that. I know it don't look good. I know it don't feel good. But God is what? Faithful. I prove that to you. God is what? God is faithful. Don't listen. You reached a point that where the rubber hit the road, where you really got to just make the decision. If I'm going to serve God, I got to trust God. Oh, somebody pray with me. Pastor, if you would, Matthew 9:28. If I'm going to serve God, I got to do what? I got to trust God. They that believe that God is able, they trust God. I'm going to run on and look at somebody said the devil's scheming now. He's scheming.
Amen.
Why? He is scheming because he's doing some things, setting up some things so that you don't trust God's word. Hello, somebody? He'll put you in a situation, in a predicament to where you now almost rely on yourself. Huh? And anytime you get in self, you are in odds with God. Hello, somebody? And then things can't happen. Look at somebody, say you could have been out of that. But you won't follow instruction. Hello, somebody? Listen, sometimes we have to really admit we are hard-headed. Hello, somebody? We are stiff-necked at times, and then we want to know why things are not happening. It's the devil doing this. I'm sorry, y'all, but I got to let you have it. It's the devil doing this. No, the devil overrated. He get permission. Hello, somebody? From God to do. But as long as you obeying God, I've learned this now. I've learned this. Long as I'm obeying God, he can't touch me. Hello, somebody? Long as I'm obeying God, he can't touch me. Why? Because you put God in. Remember, whenever you're going through, you said, I am following your instruction. You told me. I did not veer from what you said. You said turn this way, and I did. You said do it, I did it. I am suffering because of what you told me to do. Hello, somebody? When God told Jeremiah to do what God told Jeremiah to do, when Jeremiah got put in that dungeon, Jeremiah said, I'm done now. Ain't nowhere in the world I could be following your instruction and go through what I'm going through it. Well, I want to tell you something. Baby, when you follow God's instruction, your friends will get through. When you follow God's instruction, it'll frustrate anybody who don't want to follow God's instruction. When you follow God's instruction, you better get ready for your world to be turned upside down. But God says to remind them, I'm faithful. I'm not going nowhere. I am faithful. Now God said it takes a real obedience to really trust me. It takes a real bold obedience to trust me. Why? Because when life get uncomfortable, notice somebody say, when life get uncomfortable, do you really mean what you say now? Why? Because you told God I'll do it. You told God I'll hang in here until this got uncomfortable. And when it get uncomfortable, that means you're going through some things that you know you don't deserve. You're going through some things that you know you shouldn't have to go through, but because God is in control, He don't ask your permission to do you what you want to do or to put you in different types of trials. So now here is these men in Mark 9, and when they come to Jesus by night, Jesus said, do you believe that I'm able? Do you believe? I don't know who it is today, but do you still believe that God is able to give you what He said He's going to give you? Do you still believe? I know that it don't look good. I know that the people ain't acting the way they need to act. I know that man is still silly. I know that woman is still acting like she don't want to be bothered. I know them children is just going crazy. Hello, somebody. I woke up this morning and my wife and I, we said something, and God told me, He said, I gave you a word, trust me. Don't worry, trust me. I'm going to work this thing out. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. And sometimes when we don't trust God, we still are peeking and still trying to see what's going on. But when you trust God, baby, you can walk away from it. You can tell the devil do what you want to do, but God said what He said, and God means what He said. And now I'm in a different position. I really believe God now. I really trust God now. I'm not worried like I used to worry. Why? Because I'm in a whole nother place. Look at somebody and say, I had to go through this to get to where I am now. That's why when you hear folks say this cost you something, it cost you something, baby, to get to a place where you can really say, God, I trust you. God, I love you. When your faith can really grab hold to the invisible and tell the invisible, you coming into my future. When you trust God, your faith will grab hold to something. And it won't let go because you know that God is able. You know that God promised it and God's going to bring it to pass. Look at somebody and say, according to your faith. When you really got real faith, baby, your faith will be on trial. Your faith will go through the mud. Your faith will go down the road and be left sometime. But you got to have a made up mind that for God I live, and for God I die. You got to understand something, that I'm not going to let the devil win by the way scheming on me. I didn't feel like I would go through this, but God had already decided. That's why He said, greater is He that's in me than he that's in the world. He told Jeremiah, had you called me, I would have answered. You got to make up in your mind that even in the midst of this stuff, before I open my mouth foolishness, I'm going to call God. I got to tell God, I need understanding. And when you ask God for understanding, God will give you instructions. Did y'all hear me today? I came to teach somebody something. When you ask God for understanding, God will give you instruction. Here is a woman, she's lost her husband. Now the creditors come to take her sons. She goes to the man of God and says, you know that my husband served. You know that my husband was a man of God. Rather than the man of God saying, well, here goes some money, buy some food for you and the children. I'm going to go to the church and we're going to take up an offering and we're going to have a meet with the creditors. Then we'll see what it says. Y'all, I've been messing up. I did some things wrong, but the deeper I go, God is showing me, move, let me help you, move, rather than doing what we feel we can do. Did they follow God's instruction? Pastor was saying something this morning. She said, let's go and do that. I said, no, because she don't know in my spirit. God saying to me now, if they follow my instructions like you follow my instructions, I'll do for them what I've done for you. Nobody will ever be able to accuse God of not being a good God, because I read in the word, when you ain't faithful, God is faithful. But the thing about it is, are you following God's instruction? Did you do what God said do? When you follow God's instruction, that woman, sometimes God's instruction, y'all, make you look real bad. Sometimes God's instruction make people walk away from you. Sometimes God's instruction make people say you lost your mind. But when you trust God, baby, you don't care what people think. You don't care what people say. I'm learning that your belief have to go on display before the power of God is released. We're doing things, but there ain't no power released because we ain't proved that we really believe God. When you really believe God, you'll walk out there on nothing. I told y'all on Tuesday night, I broke the yoke of bad cause. Me and my wife, when we first got together, we had all kinds of crazy cause. Didn't want to work, but I trust God. I believe God. There was a woman in this ministry that didn't have a car. And then God told me my son had just got the job up there in Massayali. I don't know if my wife remembered, but the lady needed a car. God told me and my wife to buy that lady a car. We didn't have a whole lot of money, Miss Maddie, but we bought the car. And ever since then, do y'all hear what I tell you? I believe God. I believe I heard God. I believe God will cause you to do some things that'll make your soul search. There's some things that God will cause you to do that'll make you think. If God don't move, how he gonna pay the bills? But look at somebody say, trust God. If God said it, God will work it out, baby. We bought that car. Now me and my wife have cars in the yard that we don't drive, that we pay cash for, all because when you do what God said do, he'll destroy yokes, he'll break things, then you can live in abundance. Have not I obeyed God, I don't walk by a miracle. That woman was my miracle in disguise. Did y'all hear me today? Sometimes your miracle don't look like a miracle. Sometimes your miracle look like a problem. Sometimes your miracle dress up like a person. But if you obey God, you won't pass that miracle, because the power of God will be released. When the power of God is released, you think it just worked right then. That thing's still working in my life. If I see it, I desire it, he give it. You have to get to the place where you tell God, that's enough. I don't desire another car. That's enough. Give me this or give me something else, because God said that yoke has been destroyed. Can I teach y'all? When you destroy that yoke, things flow. Look at somebody and say, trust God. He's getting ready to give you an instruction that's going to destroy a yoke over your life. You'll never deal with that situation again. It'll never be a problem again. It'll never be another day like that day. Look at somebody and says, the spot I'm in right now with this type of teaching, next month I won't be in that problem, because God gonna give me some. Somebody said, do it again. You didn't obey God the first time, but we serve a God of another chance. God said he's getting ready to say something that maybe you don't understand, but it's gonna be instruction. If you obey God, miracle, that's gonna be your miracle. Nurse somebody and say, I can use a miracle right now. Hey, sit down for a minute. I got to tell you. Sit down for a minute. Sit down for a minute. Now listen to me. Because see, I told you that the devil been scheming on you. He's scheming on y'all now. Because he already know that you just have enough for you and your son. He already know you just got enough just for this month. But God, Kim, is thinking about years down the road. Y'all got to hear me. When God destroyed that yoke, it'll open up years. Do y'all hear me? Years. We are destroyed for we like knowledge. The only reason it was written because of what I learned, he says, follow my instruction. God gives him instructions first. You hear me? I love you, baby, but we got to be built right now. God gives me instructions first. Hello, somebody? He says, I need you to start an empowerment seminar. But God knows 5 years from the day I start, the person that's going to need it going to really be here. Y'all don't understand me yet. He knows that all, and it's going to take 4 years to uproot a certain mindset out of you. Hello, somebody? To uproot some things that he didn't plant, but he said in the 5th year, I'm going to break up the ground. Hello, somebody? I'm going to break up that fallow ground, and then the word that planted going to bring a harvest. Look at somebody and said, the devil's been scheming on you. Because for the last couple of years, you're, and God says, all they complain, I'm going to stay faithful. How God stays faithful? He says, I'm going to stay faithful. He said, even in Corona, I'm going to stay faithful. He said, have empowerment seminar. See, y'all don't understand faithfulness of God. He said, I'm going to stay faithful. Hello, somebody? Yeah, but Lord, anybody, he said, I got to stay faithful. So I got to use somebody that I can stay faithful through. Hello, somebody? Yeah, but you didn't come the 3rd year, but God says, I stayed faithful. I got to make you see it. Yeah, but I'm planning on not coming now. God said, I stay faithful. Hello, somebody? And so God said, because I got something big for you, but you ain't believing big. You are believing too small for God. The reason why some of y'all can't be blessed, you just want a little dab. And God ain't wasting his time with the little dab you want. God said, I know the thoughts that I have for you. I got some big plans for you. Hello, somebody? Well, I ain't talking no more. God got some big plans. He says, so if you don't want it, I'm not giving you the dab. I got some big plans for you. So now, hey, what he said? He says, I'm going to stay faithful, but I need to give somebody some instructions that they can give them instructions. And don't worry about whether they do it or not. After a while, they'll follow my instructions. So he tells the man of God, he says, listen, he says, go ahead and announce that it won't be no rain until you say so. I need to first establish who you are. Y'all hear me good today. See, some of y'all, God ain't established who you are yet. Ain't nobody going to respect you. Ain't nobody going to do what you say do because you have not been established yet. Hello, somebody? God, before God establishes you, David, he's going to tell you something that's going to go against the attitude and the mindset that you already have. So God's going to, but he said, if I can break that attitude, then I can establish you. So now he tells the man of God, he said, now go and announce that. Go and announce that it won't be no rain. The man of God, if I go and announce that there ain't going to be no rain, what you going to do for the next 3.5 years? God said, shut your mouth. I know it's uncomfortable. I'm going to make people's life uncomfortable to establish who you are. Do y'all hear me today? God will make somebody else's life uncomfortable to establish who you are. to let them know that touch not. He'll make somebody, you worried about the bill, and God said, I'm going to make this joker life uncomfortable to establish. To establish who you are. You ain't just nobody. Y'all pray. Somebody see. Somebody going through, God said, because I'm making their life uncomfortable. Now just obey me. Yeah, but Lord, he said, don't talk foolish. Don't give up. I'm going to make somebody's life uncomfortable. I know y'all praying for him, but God said, I'll make his life uncomfortable to establish who you are. You understand me? To establish who you are. So that when you speak, your instructions won't be from you. They'll be my instructions. So he done made the man. He done told the man of God what to say. The man of God said, and the man of God know once I say this, once I say what I say, everybody's life will be uncomfortable. For the next 3 years, once I speak this, everybody's life going to be uncomfortable. Hello, somebody? But I got to establish, God establishes who I am by what I say. By what I say, and he backs up and establishes who I am. So he speaks. It will not be rain or dew until I say so. And for 3 years, it did not rain. Do you understand me? For 3 years, it did not rain. Now, the end of the 3, and God said, now, I need me and you to stay in relation. I'm talking to somebody. I need you to still trust me. When everything around you is falling down, when everybody around you is struggling, I need you to trust me. He said, what I'm going to do, I can't let nobody else bring it to you because they may eat it before you get it. Lord have mercy. I can't let nobody else bless you because they may take part of it before they give it to you. So God says, now we're going to tap into the supernatural. I wish I could take this church where God is taking me. I got to get y'all there. He said, now we're going to tap into the supernatural. Now God said, I speak to things. I speak to a rock and it'll let water out for you. I speak to birds and they'll feed you. I speak to somebody who nobody never knew or you knew and they'll bring you what I say bring you. He said, because now I need you to be able to trust me. Come on, look at somebody and say, whatever God's doing that look suspicious is because he's trying to get you to trust him. He's trying to get you to trust him. He's trying to get you to trust him. Hello, somebody? So now he tells the raven, he says, now everything is at God's command. He speaks to a raven and says, your job for the next 3 years. I wish I could tell you about jobs. God, when God assigned you, he put a beginning date and an ending date. Whatever you're going through, got any? Y'all don't want me to break that down to you. Okay. So now he tells the raven, he said, for the next 3.5 years, your job going to be to take him food morning and afternoon. It ain't your job to cook it. I've already gave the angels your job to cook. You're going to eat from heaven's table. You better study. That angel prepared it, but he couldn't carry it because it wasn't God's instructions. The instruction was the raven got to feed it. And after the 3 years, now the instruction says, now the brooks dries up. Now God said, now that you trust me, and I have established who you are, he said, when you walk in the place, they're going to know you. He said, now I have prepared a widow woman to sustain you. Hear me real good today. If you learn how to trust God, in your next move in life, he's already prepared somebody to help you. He's already got somebody that he's picked out that cannot tell you no. If you trust God with this house, he's already got another house that they cannot keep from you. But it's about a relationship. It is about trusting. Now you see what I said about that? Now you see what I said? Because this is a whole other place. This ain't just normal talk. Now he says, I'm going to order your steps. He says, when you get there, I've already commanded her. She's going to know who you are. So now when you get there, he says, prepare me. What are you doing? She said, I'm gathering sticks that me and my son may eat and die. Whoever going to sustain you needs you just as much as you need them. Who I'm talking to? Whoever going to sustain you needs you. Whoever helps me, I need them just as much as they need me. Stop thinking you all this. Stop thinking because you blessed somebody you didn't need them. Because if they put there to help you, you need them. You are serving a purpose that can't nobody serve but you, but they're serving a purpose that you need as well. So he tells this woman, I know y'all ready to go, but just talk with me for a minute, please. So he tells this woman, he says, the Lord said, he said, go and prepare me, go do what you said, but bring me a cake first. And the Lord said, if you follow these instructions, your meal barrel will not run dry until he call rain upon the earth. Look at somebody and say, can I talk to you? What instructions have you been given? And tell me what instructions are you following? I understand y'all grown. I understand you're grown. Hear me real good, but I came to teach you today. Because some of y'all, even though you got instructions, even though you've been taught better than what you're doing now, see, your teaching was your instruction. Even though you've been taught better, you still, because you're grown, you're doing what you say and what you feel, but you are not following the instruction. You want God to come literally, hello, son. No, God said, I've given you instruction through somebody who I put in your life. Pin somebody. He said, don't nobody get away free. He's giving all us instructions. I know you got your ways. I know you like things a certain way, but if God's dealing with you, he gonna do some stuff that ain't gonna go with your likes. Because he wants you to know that I'm still the boss. I'm still the boss. And if you won't do nothing because you don't like it, you ain't following instruction. Hello? That's some things you got to do that you don't like so that God can be glorified. Hello, somebody? No, somebody and say, this is your message. That's some things you do that you don't like so God can be glorified. Now God said, now I know. Oh, okay, come on. Come on, let's ride. Go to Genesis 21. Woo. Genesis 21. I got to teach you. I got to teach you because these young people, we can't let y'all just feel like 18, I'm grown. Hello, somebody? 18, I'm grown. No, that's some instruction. You're gonna still have some instruction. Hello, somebody? Hello, somebody? And all when you're going to be to give instruction, you're going to take instruction. A lot of church folks ain't blessed because they're not instructional people. Huh? They can't follow instruction. I'm almost finished. Y'all, just pray for me. Hello, somebody. I told you Genesis, right? Huh? I told you Genesis. Okay, let me get the Genesis. Ooh, I won't get no blessings today, huh? Ain't no blessing in this today. No. Okay. I told you Genesis, right? Oh, okay, Genesis 21. Y'all, go down to verse 12. Genesis 21. Verse 12.
And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondswoman, and all that Sarah has said unto thee, hearken unto her voice.
What? Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. I'm grown. You gonna tell Breon to hearken to Cabot's voice? You gonna tell Bishop to hearken to Pastor's voice? I know it's gonna grieve you. Oh, y'all don't want this. Y'all ain't really come for this. Look, somebody say, it's gonna be all right. Just take it. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. See, this is gonna mess with your manhood because you really ain't really what you think you is. You really can't trust God unless you can follow God. Hello, somebody? Huh? Hello, somebody? So now, Pastor, read it again. Ain't nobody heard that. Let's read it.
And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondswoman, and all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called, and also of the son of the bondswoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed.
He says, all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. If you follow the instruction, I'll make everything work out. He said, but the reason why some things are not working out for us is because we're not following instruction. It's somebody talking that you ain't listening to. Hello, somebody? Come on, nudge somebody and say, I'm so sick of him. Come on, tell me again, I'm so sick of him. It's somebody talking that you ain't listening to. When you are your own judge, jury, and your own boss, you are not going to get these miracles. Do you understand me? He says, don't let it grieve you of what I'm going to say. Now, hear me. We won't go through that. Now, he tells him now, after this boy, he tells him the next boy in the next chapter. And there's a next chapter. He tells him to take the next boy. Now, you done got rid of one boy. Hello, somebody? Come on, Pastor. Come on, ride with me. The next chapter, the first verse. Watch this.
And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham.
Well, after all the other stuff God done put me through.
And said unto him.
After all the other stuff God done put me through, Tim. Now you done told me to get rid of one boy. I followed those instructions. I'm telling y'all what I'm trying to tell you. To trust God, you're going to have to really have some real serious, strong faith. Because y'all done picked church to be, you're going to do something that's going to be simple, easy, and good. But if you want to release, see, hear me. There are certain things that don't release the power of God. Until you really believe God, Pastor, it released the power of God, what he's teaching me, to deliver our children, our grandchildren. Until I believe God, he'll release the power to finish what but God's going to tell you something that's uncomfortable. God will tell you to let some stuff go that you don't want to let go. Now he's telling you, let this bondwoman, this boy go. I know it's going to grieve you. And then in the next chapter, in the next sentence, God said, I get rid of that. I want him to. Who I'm talking to today? God will tell you, now, get rid of that. And then now God said, give me that too. He said, don't tell nobody what I'm telling you. If you tell Sarah that I told, now Sarah didn't mind you getting rid of that bondwoman in her boy. See, that's some, come on, look some, and just tell them, that's some things I don't mind doing. But that's some things I got a problem with. I'm just trying to teach. Come on, tell them again. So there's some things I don't mind doing. I get rid of you. I get rid of you. God, I don't like you no way. Okay, let's go. She ain't like the woman in her child no way. So the minute God say she got to go, she didn't have no problem with giving Abraham instruction. God showed me the dream. She got to go. Her child got to go. Everybody go. Whoever you got with her, they all got to go. And then Sister Bellman, Abraham said, who you? I'm grown. Have y'all ever said that? Have you ever told somebody when they talking to you, I'm grown, who you talking to? What is it? Come on, tell somebody, say, these are famous words. They're not church words, but they are famous words. I'm grown. Who you think you talking to? I'm 18. I can do what I want to do. Famous words. Okay, come on back. We gonna go. I done lost the church now. Now, come on. I'm going to show you something because God is building us. Minister Joyce said, shift. We are tired of getting words that we can't manifest. I'm tired of getting words that don't manifest in my life. Hello, somebody? Okay, now let's go back and then we're going home. Matthew 19 and 20. The man said, I did everything else. What lacketh I yet? So now God's saying, what you like is the ear that really hears. You like following instructions. I said, what I'm liking you? So now he says, you tell he's not sell everything you got. In other words, I'm about to close, but hear me. God says sell out. What you liking, you ain't sold out yet. You still got a little of you still in you. And God said, as long as you got a little of you there, I can't have full reign of your life. Come on, somebody jump up and touch somebody and say, do you still got a little of you in you? Because God, I wouldn't give y'all that. He told him he's going to sell everything you got. Give it to the poor. In other words, God's saying, sell out. Everything's going to be all right. Whose report you believe? He said, but I got to empty you of you. Do y'all hear me? Now, he's made some people uncomfortable because he's trying to empty them of them. So you get out of God's way. Get out of God's way. One of the scary things I ever had happen to me is this message right here. Because I hear clearly now God saying, stop. Stop. It's going to be uncomfortable. Once you announce this, if they don't obey, let it be uncomfortable. Yeah, but Lord, it's going to make me look bad. So what if you look bad for a while? I'll never leave you nor forsake you. Hello, somebody? He said, now give them to me. Now give me that one too. I know you gave me this one, but give me that one. And guess what? As we get ready to stand, Pastor, you know what God say? To him when he got ready to stab him, he said, stop. Now I know that you trust me. Until y'all can make these sacrifices God finna give us, don't talk about trusting God. God gonna put you in a place of where he know. He won't let you go over so far and then he'll stop you. But he want to know. Stand all over this room. I know y'all tired of me and I'm gonna let y'all go. He want to know, do you trust me? Do you really trust me? Sure. Listen to me. Hold on, baby. Don't do nothing yet because I got to make sure they got this. Listen to me. Pressure. The devil going to put you up under pressure. Your heart will flutter at night. Sleep will leave you because he don't want you to trust God. Because he know if you trust God, there's a harvest that's tied to your obedience. Hello, somebody? It's a harvest tied to it. It's a harvest tied to it. Do you understand me? Y'all were with me the other night. That lady stood up. She says, I love my house. I want my house. She said, but if he say God said. In other words, she says, I'm going to follow these instructions. I'm going to obey. Now, hear me. You know you're wrestling with some things now. I don't care what nobody says. If God don't say it, you won't follow. He got to talk to you personally. And God give all of us instructions to instruct us. That some things won't come into our life until God can remove what we like or give us what we like. We like sometimes the ability just to follow. Listen to me real good. You may be more anointed. There's some circles that God has put me in. And they've told me, they said, well, we know you got your anointing. We know God used you to prophesy. And I don't know if it's a trap set up or what. Right, George? I don't know. You hit me real good then. Y'all hear me, Kim? Y'all hear me? The one thing I do, I wait for them to give me instructions. I don't step out there because of my anointing. That's been my saving grace. If you see me anywhere, you see how meek I am. Now, I may be a little bit because I'm the daddy. But when I'm around them people, baby, Bishop don't even have opinion. I wait for the instructions. And then once the instructions is given, I move in. Listen to me. Y'all were with me the other night. My friend had been trying to get me over a year. He been out there a year, trying to get me that other place. I didn't hear God. But when I followed the instructions, Gerald, when I finally obeyed God, it went on a blessing to them. It was a blessing to me. Hear me real good. Your life is supposed to be blessed, even when there's a mess around you. Even when things are silly and crazy, your life's still supposed to be blessed because you represent God. When your life is not being blessed, it is because you're not following an instruction. You don't follow instruction because you don't trust God. And I've taught y'all this, and come on down, Pastor. I taught y'all this. Hebrews 30. And y'all going to learn scriptures this year, and y'all learn these scriptures. Hebrews 30 says, God says, what? I will, what? The vengeance of the Lord will take over, and I will recompense. You let God worry about how it's going to work out. You let God worry about how He's going to make them. You can't even do nothing because you want somebody to pay for it. God said, leave it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Sometimes it look like people are getting weight. Sometimes it look like the enemy is going to win. But God said, if you follow my instructions, I'm going to raise you up and take them down. So you know what God be doing a lot of times? Giving folks a chance to change. He gives them a chance to change. Because if they change, in a matter of time, God will wipe your mind of everything they did. You won't even remember. And then think, get back on track and the flow and the glory of God. You know what the devil using? Y'all hear me? I'm trying to teach you. He's using to cut off God's glory. He wants God's glory cut off. And we take sides and we get this and we get that. But all he wants is God's glory cut off. And all way he can cut God's glory off, he got to put us at odds against one another, and he got to get you out of position. So hear me today. So all these young folks that are in this building, I don't know how you're living. You know what happened, but baby, don't say that too long. Do like the prodigal son. So I'm getting up and I'm going back to God with my ugly, broke down, crazy self. And be quick about it. We're living in some hard times. You are redeemed to flourish. You hear me? God told me, he said, from now on out, whoever ain't flourishing around you, check them. Let them know, check them. He said, not check them like looking at them. He said, you check them. You tell them what instruction you ain't following. Because God says, he like the dude that ran out of Aaron beard. Whatever falling off of this ministry, going to fall on you. If this ministry don't struggle, you don't supposed to struggle. How tight it gets. You can lose your job tomorrow, and God will make somebody pay your bills. And on top of that, you got to keep a mental, listen to me. I'm going to ask Pastor to pray, and y'all come to the altar. But if it can take your integrity, if you can start talking foolish out your mouth, it still makes everything that God's still trying to do. Because God got to get you back in line. Do you understand me? He got to get you back in line first before he can establish the work to okay again. I don't know what you're coming to the altar for. But I don't want, and I'm not going to allow y'all to miss these miracles. So whatever you got to get, you tell God, get this thing out of me, uproot this thing, uproot this. Because sometimes people will do something to you and they don't understand that they put a mindset in you that you can't shake. Listen, now people not being counseled. What happened to them as children, they're in their 40s and they still jacked up. Nobody know how to tap into the supernatural. Don't y'all forget what I said. The only thing this stuff will leave you and be gone, you're gonna have to tap into the supernatural. Angels got to take this thing away from you and take it to a place that is done with. Now, whatever your needs are, you won't be like this time next month. You won't be in this spot. What God said today changes the game. Somebody holler out with joy. Shift. Come on, let's go. Come on. I'm shifting out of that mindset. Shifting from that opinion. Shift. Huh? Why are you talking?
Change me.